Welcome everybody, Merry Christmas, and welcome to Spitz Talk with the
Ho,
Beller.
ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, he's very happy, man.
I look the size of Santa. What the hell?
Anyways, here's Steve Bell, ladies and gentlemen. You had a good Christmas, and of course the Spitz are on a great winning streak. Before we get started, don't forget, make sure you like, comment, tell us what you think of the show. Tell us anything. Tell us if you don't like Beller. That's okay too.
I got thick skin, man.
We're going with a casual look today. So, anyways, don't forget to like, and you're entered in to win Johnny Shots gift card worth $25. You go down, see Rosalie or Chrissy. I'm gonna get their pictures, get it on here for you guys.
Now you're talking.
Then you know who to see.
Get my ugly mug off this thing, and get the lovely Chrissy, who I understand.
So,
free pours.
anyways,
free pours.
We're going with last week's call from Beller, a 6.2 to the Cranberry.
I'm not a.
You know what? I wasn't a big fan of it either, but
I feel bad. I feel bad because, and I'm a beer man, but I guess that's why I'm not a cranberry.
Well, anyways, let's forget about that. It is Christmas, so I brought back. I went on a trip to Cuba. I brought back some Cuban spice rum, 2 glasses. Just gonna change things up today for us. We'll make ourselves.
You declared this at the border schools?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Oh. Anyways, got some ice here. This is from, have you ever watched What's in Your Drink?
Well, yeah, Johnny Laporte, one of the good
JM's
guys.
place. He makes these all day long for us. Well, anyways, he made that. Anyways, we're going to make ourselves a nice eggnog, and here we go. He says it's 3 shots. So,
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
3
Not going to
shots.
argue with John Laporte. He knows his cocktails.
We'll have to pour a bit more eggnog in here. Me and the Beller. Woohoo! And so this is a shot. I got the shakes today. I was drinking these last night. 3.
Well, at least we don't play today. That's good.
There
it's
we
an
go.
off day, travel day tomorrow, and
anyways,
yeah.
Well, and on JM's place, they use a little bit of what do you call it? I forgot what you call it. Fireball.
Oh,
But I can't put it in this one because unfortunately I drank the Fireball last night.
So you had the rum last night, the Fireball last night.
Oh, I had it both. Had them both going on. Oh, well, I was in Cuba. I had it for the whole week.
Fireball.
And I just give it a little shake. Oh yeah, here we go.
Hang on. What is this?
Oh, I'm sure it's only like 2%.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Handle with care. Flammable.
Look at that. It's looking delicious.
Cardiologist recommended for the stents in your heart. This will open them right up.
Oh boy.
You got any kind of blockage? You don't need No, you don't need to serve a couple of these.
I'm gonna add some cinnamon sticks, special by my lovely Flower Terra. Adds that extra flavor. There we go. And
Oh, alcohol content? It says right here, more than you fellas can handle. More than you fellas can handle. Alcohol content.
all right,
off the
here
charts.
we go. Let's start off the show, Beller. Here we go, buddy.
All right.
Cheers. Merry
Cheers.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Let us know how we do. And remember, you're entered in for that $25 gift card.
Oh, I'm going to stir this. I'm not afraid of it, but.
Yeah, it's actually.
Oh.
It's like Merry Christmas.
Good night, Irene.
This is
Oh,
delicious. It's
That is nice. That is
delicious.
smooth. Oh yeah, that is really nice.
All right, here we go. Well, Beller, that was a huge win. Yeah.
Again, on the road, the Spitz and started picking up a little bit more at home, but on the road, in fact, Mark Savard said a couple times, Beller, we come back, we're struggling on the road. We're going to park the batter bus lines, the official bus lines of the Windsor Spitfires. Better trips, batter bus.
That just cost Batter Bus $300.
Yeah, $300 for batter for the plug there. But no, he said, hey, we may bring the bus in and drive around the block, go over to Tim's, because the boys like to grab their Tim's on the way in. Just like
The old Slapshot days put sledgehammers to it.
Yeah,
they don't
you drive it
put that
around
in.
and then come back in and try it like that because for whatever reason they're maybe just a little bit looser on the road. And they got the job done. They had a real nice game up in Saginaw. It'd be a week and a half ago now to push the winning streak. Count them up, half a dozen in a row. 6 game, they had lost 4 in a row, came back, and now they've won 6 straight. Matt Tubble up from the Vipers got the win, got the starting goal the night before the Spitfires with Kyle Downey in net. Since Xavier Medina had he had that high ankle sprain, lower
Back a little bit.
yeah, and he had just kind of tweaked it a little bit in practice. So they didn't really. He was okay. Say it was a playoff series. I think Medina could have gone. But
were they worried about Saginaw? I mean, it's 7-5. I mean,
well,
there's
Saginaw. I mean, every one of these teams, they can when they get rolling, and the Spitfires looked like they had this thing pretty much in control. Saggy came back, made it close, but again, when push came to shove, Wyatt Johnston just kind of took over, had another big game for them, and they're doing this. A lot of the teams are missing key people, but Will Cooley. With the national team away at the World Juniors. So
had a good game last night.
Yeah.
He got his ice time. He was out there.
And he was involved. There was a big collision. The guy from Czechia. What the hell? When they changed the name was back in the day, Czechoslovakia.
I'm gonna have to ask the
they
dude
split.
from the Dog and the Dude. They seem to. He's a Slovak.
Okay, well, yeah.
Slovak,
So so the Slovak on the one side and the Czech Republic on the other. But this is the first year that apparently they've let everybody know they prefer to be referred as Czechia.
Yeah.
So hey, whatever you want. I know one thing.
Hey, let's go back to these guys.
Yeah. Back.
We're
to these
going to
guys.
talk about.
We'll get to the Czechs.
Yeah, we'll
Czechias.
We'll talk about
just
the
a
win.
bit. But no, the Spitfires. That's their 6th straight win. And a real nice way to head into the Christmas break.
And Wyatt Johnson had a good game.
Yeah, he just continues to shine. Matthew Maggio's playing
My
well.
man, Maggio.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of the kids are getting a chance to play and get a little bit more ice time. Guys like Oliver Peer and up front, Miedema. Several of the kids that are rookies, basically, starting to see a little bit more ice time. The absence
They're
of
calling up Total a lot, though, eh?
Yeah, Tubble's played a couple times. I think I just came back from the arena now, and I did see Medina, the number 1 goaltender. Says he's okay, feels pretty good, and they're practicing at this hour right now at the WFCU Center. So everything looks good. I think the biggest thing for us right now is staying healthy and staying COVID free. We just got tested this morning. You'll be happy to know I'm.
Hey, I got tested
Negative.
on the plane back to you, and I'm negative.
Negative here. Oh boy, that is good.
I don't think I put enough rum in it.
No, there's more.
Yes, there is.
But no, so we have to go through the testing. We found out the Spitfires are to be playing this coming Sunday afternoon in Kitchener. Or excuse me, in Kitchener tomorrow night, Guelph Thursday night, back here against Flint, Friday afternoon, Sunday afternoon in Sarnia. That game's off. The Sting have had
I actually read that.
Yeah, the Sting have had a number. I've heard 13. I've heard different numbers, whatever. They're shut down. The Sting are supposed to go this week back to back with London, Wednesday, Friday, and then have the Windsor.
I heard this thing's they have the sniffles.
Yeah,
They're
the Sniffles.
afraid to play the.
Yeah,
That's 6-0, baby.
Yeah.
6-0.
So they would have had London back to back and then the Spit. So they're shut down for at least the week, 3 games, and have to try to make those up. There's nothing canceled, just postponed. So hopefully we have the good news this afternoon from the Spits that we jump on the bus tomorrow morning, head to Kitchener. And the last time you recall when the Rangers were
They're actually
in.
falling down the list a little.
Yeah, Rangers have been streaky too. I mean, they started the season, I think, with 5 consecutive wins, and then they went into a tailspin. And it can happen. You lose 4 or 5 in a row, and somebody else wins. You can go from, say, 3rd in the conference right to 9th and out of a playoff position. It can happen that quickly. So I think the other big thing we're going to have to look for is Bill Bowler going to make any moves. The trade deadline's a week and a half away, the 10th of January.
It's that soon.
It's that soon.
And you're at a 6-0 kind of winning streak.
Yeah, so you don't want to tinker too. And there's no secret. If you really wanted to add, let's say, I think, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see if Medina can stay healthy and goal and play the way he can. That's one thing. But nobody's going to help you out for free. I would like to, if we added something, a nasty SOB in the back, like a defenseman, but the game's...
Who's out there that you guys said,
Wow.
man, I'd love to have that guy.
I like this kid on Kitchener. Remember Arbor Jacki, the guy that knocked out Woolley from the captain of Owen Sound, tough. But one, he's an overage, so you have to let one of your overage
Oh,
players
yeah,
go,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is tough.
Yep.
And the thing is, nowadays, these guys aren't dumb. If Bowler wanted to add a real tough defenseman, like say an Arbor Jack guy, an overager to the back end that's kind of a deterrent to go to the front of the net, he's a big tough kid, they're going to want Ethan Miedema. They're going to want, one of your 16-year-olds that's going to have 2 or 3 real good years here. So do you want to give up the future and then next year, and it's so uncertain day to day.
But when you're a winning team,
Are we a winning? We're winning now. We were 2 weeks ago. So
yeah.
I mean,
you did get your number 1 goalie back though, and that adds to it.
Yeah, I think and again, I think the real key to the Spitz success in the second half of the season into the playoffs is the goaltending, and if Xavier Medina can do the job consistently.
Oh, is that his new nickname?
Yeah, they go by
the X-Man.
The X-Man.
The X-Man.
The X-Man coming. So hopefully, if Xavier Medina can play, and I mean the 3 games that he had been in, he had allowed 1 goal in each game. You can't ask for more than that. He was a star, I thought, in at least 2 of those games. If he can provide real good goaltending, the sky's the limit.
And I go back to the beginning of the year, your first 6 games or whatever, you kept hitting these hot goaltenders. Hot. And they're killing it.
Yeah.
And you guys played really well. You were scoring goals, but these hot goaltenders.
And again, we looked it up earlier, and it was ridiculous that the visiting goaltender was the number 1 star. I think 6 or 7 times. Even when the Spitz did pull off some tight wins, they were just running in, and there was a couple of big names like Brochu and obviously a few of the others, but they were running into some goaltenders that we never really heard much about. Cheyenne out of Kitchener, the Guelph goaltender. I mean, a couple of the tenders that we ran into were just standing on their head on us.
And they were the number 1 stars of the game.
Yeah.
But now it seems to have turned around.
Yeah,
you guys are scoring more, and your goalie's playing well.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of all over him too. Well, the X-Man, I go, come on, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, so that's the key.
Bobby Match, come on.
He plays well the second half of the season. I don't really, up front, I think the Spitz have 3 really good lines and a 4th line that doesn't hurt you at all. And that includes some of the kids. So I think there's lots of scoring power. There should be up front. We get Will Cooley back from the World Tournament. But there's no question. Some of the other teams look for, who knows, London. Do they make a big trade and land a guy like McTavish from Peterborough to come in and solidify things in London? Do they get Mayu, the local kid, back from the indefinite suspension? I mean, he would be in that. Steklov, I think.
There's news he's coming back too.
Oh, I would
deservedly so.
Yeah, I mean, he's served his time. I mean, yes, he made a huge mistake, as a lot of kids do.
Yeah.
He's paid the penalty, and
let him play.
Yeah, I agree. I think the second half coming up in January, he has to reapply to the league.
It'd be nice to see him play too. I mean, you hear a lot about him. I'd love to see him.
Yeah, he's a local boy, and but I mean, the Knights get him back, and there's talk. I think it was Steklov, another defenseman away. If he comes,
and they got Brochu.
So. Yeah, so I mean, the Knights aren't going to be easy down the stretch. We'll see more of them, but it's been really good. I think even though the Spitz have only played in the Western Conference, haven't seen
much from the other side.
Nothing at all from the other side. Night after night, there's real good games, and including this week. I mean, Kitchener, Guelph, Flint, all coming up in the next 4 days.
Okay, so let's start their record: 14-8, 2-2.
Tied for first with Sault Ste. Marie in the West Division, and beat the Sioux here in a real good game. Just now a couple of weeks ago. And both teams were missing a couple of key guys. They have guys away too at the World, so we'll have to wait and see. And we haven't been on the road much, like up to the Sioux. We go up there in a week. Next Wednesday, the Spitz are to play in Saginaw. Oh, and then after the game in Saginaw, keep going north, fellas, up I-75. We'll play the Friday night in Sault Ste. Marie. Twin bill, doubleheader. And the Saturday night, and we have never ever done this before, other than say it was a playoff series.
Yeah.
2 games there. But we're going to go up there and play a pair against the Hounds. That will start to separate the men from the boys, the pretenders from the real good teams. And if you can go into the Sioux and places like that and pull off some wins on the road, and take care of business at home, that'll be a key here in the second half.
All right, so let's talk about World Juniors. Let's talk about Will. He's up there.
Yeah, I forget the kid that hit him last night from from Czechia.
That should have been a penalty on the kid from Czechia.
Yeah, almost knee on knee.
Oh, well, it was on his knee.
Yeah, and he never came back. He's hurt. Oh yeah, hang on. We'll talk hockey later.
I mean,
oh,
if Dog was here from the Dog and the Doob, he'd be yelling at you for not drinking that fast enough.
Oh yeah. the dog likes to go pretty good, eh?
He likes his beer. I can say that.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just talk.
Oh, yeah, talk about it. But yeah, World Juniors is still, and I mean, who would have thought? Even yesterday, I figured Russia would take care of Sweden. Wrong. You know, I thought the Americans would breeze past Slovakia. They beat them 3-2.
Hey, was that just horrible camera work? I was like losing my mind. Watch the Canada game, it looks great. I watch the American game, I'm like, what's going on there?
But part of it may be the building. Canada's game was in Edmonton, where the Oilers play, the Rexall Center, Rexall place, so seats 18,000, maybe and
9,000 last night.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about.
Yeah, I know.
It looked more like 2,000 to me. I know they're supposed to be allowed 50%.
Yeah.
That did not look like 50%.
No.
But anyway, and the Americans played, if I'm not mistaken, in Red Deer, so a much smaller building. So maybe maybe they got the B camera. Man, they got the B cameras and the B camera crew.
I think they did.
So wait and see. But throughout the tournament, I mean, you can't worry about, well, geez, Sweden beat Russia. And the Americans barely beat. Who cares? You go out and win your game.
Yeah.
Who's in front of you? Austria beat Austria. Who's in that? Whatever it is.
Do you think Brochu will get Austria?
At this point, no.
Oh, really?
To be honest, I was a little bit surprised that he was a backup. I thought they might have gone with the Red Wing draft pick out of Edmonton as a backup.
Actually, that's who I thought too.
But he struggled a little bit in that exhibition game. So. He wasn't the greatest. I actually thought when they called the timeout last night, even though it wasn't the goaltender's fault,
they spent 49 seconds and scored 3 goals, and that's in the first period. They're in the Canadian zone for 49 seconds.
And I really thought when they called the timeout, Dave Cameron,
he was coming out.
I thought they were going to make a goaltending change right there, and I was wrong. The kid settled down. In Canada, the next period allowed 2 shots on goal.
Yeah, I know.
And it really kind of took over the rest of the game. But some real good players. That Johnston's really slick.
Man, he was a hard worker.
McTavish, the kid that plays for the Peterborough Pete's.
What a goal!
What
a goal!
And who is it else? Cole Perfetti.
Yes.
Played for Saginaw Junior.
Great pass.
First round pick of the Winnipeg Jets. Playing with the AHL affiliate right now. He reminds me, when I look at him a lot, Cole Perfetti, Wyatt Johnston of the Spitfires. Perfetti can play more on the wing. Johnny's more in the middle. But again, guys that are not overly big, but highly skilled, great playmakers, great passers, great hockey IQ. And last night watching the game with 3 assists, Cole Perfetti, I kept thinking of Wyatt Johnston. Reminded me a lot of Johnny. Real nice player. But again, you can't beat watching the World Juniors games throughout the day. Whoever it is on. I mean, obviously when Canada's on, that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
But still, anytime we can have a little
eggnog.
Little eggnog.
With your game. And it's a shame what they've done with the women's hockey. I just want to touch on it a bit.
Yeah.
I talked to my buddy John Sally Slairs. So he's the Leaf Talk the 519 guy. He's on tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in and watch him, all you Leaf fans. Or even if you're not a Leaf fan.
Now, what's going to happen if the Leafs get postponed for the show?
No, they are postponed. So
the Leafs
they're supposed to come on Saturday, but they are postponed. So he's just coming on talk Leaf for all the Leaf crazy fans.
Oh,
crazy. But no, and he just mentioned, I said, it'd be nice if they protest, and I'd hate to see a protest happen on the ice, but if the Canada team, because they should beat Austria pretty easily.
Yeah.
Take a 2-minute penalty and wait 1 minute just to protest to the girls.
Yeah, something like that.
And take the 2-minute penalty and then go out and play the game and just say, that's that. We're rooting for the women.
Yeah.
It's too bad that happened, and I hear.
And it's been back-to-back years now.
Sally says it probably has a lot to do with money.
I would not doubt that a bit. I mean, obviously, there's big money involved with the men's program, the TV rights and everything. TSN, all the games are on. Even if they went to no fans in the building, they're going to try to get in this tournament and these games no matter what, unless there was a huge outbreak. I know there's talk of, if you weren't able to go, you'd have to forfeit certain games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But with the women's again, and, especially I've got a granddaughter that plays travel hockey with the Windsor Wildcats program, the U13 team, and you start to see, and it's like that in a lot of sports. I mean, the women just don't get the same recognition.
Look, I get the entertainment value in that, but if you are a person that watches girls hockey such as you and I did, my daughter played, it's actually...
Oh, it's very good.
It's very nice to watch, and you do get into it. And so when you watch it at all levels and getting up, and so when they're at the top of their game, the hockey is very good. I mentioned Olivia Hilton, my neighbor across the way. She's so fascinating to watch, and she used to play against the boys all the time. But she's a fascinating player. Well, again, I'm just pointing. There's a lot of talented players.
Another
here.
one I know.
Erica Fryer.
I was going to say Erica Fryer. It's a Julia Bacchetti.
Yeah.
Another goal player playing in Kitchener, I think, this year with the Ranger women's program, but on a full ride scholarship next year. I think it's to St. Cloud in Minnesota.
St. Clair.
So, there are some really top-notch women's hockey players here.
And that's the thing. You watch it on TV, yeah, it is. It looks a little slower.
But
because you watch it live, it's pretty amazing.
At times, because of less hitting, obviously, and less emphasis on, they finish their checks, they hit too.
Hey, they play pretty rough.
But when you take it allows for more playmaking.
Yes.
And passing, the skill levels there, and you watch some of them. Marie Philippe. Poulin. You watch her fire a puck. I got this for top shelf off the far down.
She's good.
They can.
Anyways, our hearts go out to the women. Hopefully, something will get resolved. I heard Ontario might be doing something.
Yeah, it'd be
WHL. Nice. That would be great. Just to let it happen.
Exactly.
And you know what? Maybe everybody should throw in some money and help them out, instead of the big guys helping out with their bank accounts.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm sure it's a lot of money.
Hopefully they can get the tournament in. So.
Anyways, let's go Canada. We're rooting for you. Best tournament every year.
Yeah, it is.
Can't wait for it. So anyways, we're going to move on and head over to tomorrow night's game. Now, that's a big game. Look, it's you go 7-0 and you start thinking, man, are we good?
And it'll not be easy in Kitchener.
No, not at all.
The Spits beat them the last time in here. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, 2-1. And if I'm not mistaken, Reed Valad, number 55 of the Rangers. I look down, the buzzer sounds, the game's over. Now, just prior to this, when the buzzer sounds and the game's over, I think it was Luca Heno in front of our net. They had the goal. They had a power play because Zeno had picked up a 5-minute major. With 4 minutes left in the game for boarding, so we're already shorthanded. They pull the goalie. Now they got 2 extra players out. Oh, and there's a little misunderstanding right at the net at the buzzer. Luca Heno has a big crush. He cross checks the guy. He got his money. It was only 2 minutes.
He got his money.
He got his money. He cross check right in the face. And then I see Reed Valad, number 55 of the Rangers, lean over and punch our goalie Xavier Medina right in the head. And he got 4 minutes for so he got for roughing.
I think the X-Man said something.
I think he said something too. What he said, I'm not sure. Maybe
it's like you're not getting any presents for Christmas. Said something like that.
I think it was worse. Well, whatever he said. So Spits in Kitchener tomorrow night. Also that game, keep in mind the big tough defenseman I was talking about, Jack guy,
the guy you want on Windsor.
Well, he didn't play. He was he's back, I believe. So
he's back.
So better mind my P's and Q's. And so I look for a real good. And for whatever reason, the last few years since I've been back doing the games, the Spits play. They lost in overtime the last time we kicked, but they play really well. And it's a great building. It reminds me of the old Maple Leaf Gardens in downtown Toronto. It's an older building, but it still has a lot of the newer amenities. And the Spits like to play there. So I'm looking for a real good game tomorrow night in Kitchener. We'll practice on practice. It's an optional skate for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go around with your microphone.
Yeah. I'll do some homework.
There you go.
Yeah. And then Thursday night it's on to Guelph.
Yeah, like you guys got 4 games? Is it 4? While you're back here.
And then back here, so get out of Guelph, I figure by 11 o'clock at night, 3 hours home, pull in here around 2 a.m., unload the bus, and be at the arena by noon. What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Friday, New Year's Eve, this is the next home game. Friday, New Year's Eve day at 2:05, we got the Flint Firebirds in. So that's another big game on the Friday. And the only thing next weekend, the Sunday game has been postponed in Sarnia.
Oh, that's right.
Because
they have the sniffles from their 9-0 or whatever you guys are going to do.
Yeah.
And we don't want to play them. We're sick.
I tell you what, the Spitfires reel off the next 3 if they beat Kitchener. Well, that'd be a 9-game winning streak. Sarnia's coming down. What, COVID? No, Spitfire flu.
Yeah. There you go. The Spitfire flu going around. It's going around Ontario.
Just in Lambton County.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. But no, it's a good stretch ahead. And like I said, the following week it's off to Saginaw, Sault Ste. Marie. You're back from the beach, and I'm going to the Sault with 3 feet of snow and -20 or something like that.
Well, I just want to post this. Just say we'll be back. We'll rate the beers next time. We gave a low rating to the last one, but overall they've been high, man. They've been high. The honey habaneros maybe almost a 7, but you know what? They're up around the 8.0 range.
And again, I mean, I was rating the beer because
the cran didn't do too well, but
the cranberry, you know, like I said before, maybe in a hot summer's day with a tall glass and a shot of Stoli, in that cranberry, we could turn it into.
Actually, that probably tastes a little bit better.
It's
doable.
We may not be too good. We have a couple of those. That'd be wobbly cranberries.
And we'll be back. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment today.
Even if you don't like, hit the like button. Even if you think, oh, these guys are a bunch.
Even if you don't like us, comment and say, hey, I don't like Beller, but I like.
Whatever. Cheers.
And I'd like to give a shout out to Colt 45. Boom, get some. You know what? He does a lot on our show he has his own show, but he does a lot on our show for just mental health and that.
Yeah.
And I just give him a shout out.
Yeah.
He's always like, you know, boom, get some. He runs a boxing gym.
Yeah.
He with a couple other guys, Henry Gwyneth and.
Yeah, good guys.
But they, you know what? They're doing good for the community.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to do, so if you're bored and you're just feeling unhealthy, get out there and have some fun. Go visit Steve, Colt 45.
Colt 45.
Anyways, thanks for joining in. The next show, we're gonna talk. The next show, we're gonna have to look at it. Maybe it'll be after or before New Year's.
We'll figure it out.
I could be busy on New Year's. I lost them there, but yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll let you know. Beller, give a shout out on the show to the winners and
absolutely
of the
Johnny
gift cards.
Shots.
Even if you don't win at Johnny Shots,
Stop
the
in.
gift card. Stop in. See Chrissy. Free pour. Remember, free pour. Best drinks ever.
You know, you can only eat so many leftovers. Turkey and stuffing leftover. Go over there, get some wings, a couple of pops.
Hamburgers are delicious.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyways, thanks for joining in. Once again, thanks, Beller.
Anytime.
You're always enjoyable coming on the show.
A little bit of rum for
Never hurt anybody.
lunch, a liquid lunch.
Cheers, everybody. We'll see you next time. We'll let you know. Cheers.